up, guys? Welcome back. This will be part 2 of the SC300 series. Before we get into it, please subscribe down below. Give the notification bell a little tap so you guys get notified every time we post a video. We are trying to post more videos during the week, so make sure your notifications are on so you guys can see that. And later on, we'll talk about the thumbs up. So in today's video, we're going to be working on the SC300s. Also, my brother's not here. He's taking care of some things, so I have some free time. I'm going to be making videos on this car in the meantime. So we're going to be working on the SC300s. This car is going to be the base. Last video we were kind of back and forth. We didn't know what to do because I kind of bought this car for the engine and parts to get that other car running. So I already sold the blue wheels off the other car. So the first step I think to do would be get rid of these stock wheels and the stock suspension. Let's slam this thing and put some wheels on it. Maybe not slam it, but we're gonna take the suspension off the other car. Has coilovers, has I believe basic coilovers. We're gonna take those coilovers off and we're gonna remove the stock suspension and wheels off of this car and swap them. This car is gonna be in the air in the meantime because I don't have other wheels to put on this since I said I sold the other ones. Let's go show you what I'm gonna do. I looked it up on the Club Lexus forums, and there's the jacking points because the other car, there's like a pinch weld underneath, and the previous owner's done mangled that thing. So I don't want to do the same thing on here. So I look up the jacking points. There's a sway bar somewhere here, then there's a cross member, and there's a subframe. So I'm looking for this metal part here because that's where you can jack it up from. And then after that, I'm gonna put the jacksons underneath, remove the wheels, and I never worked on any of these cars. So I'm gonna see what it's like to remove suspension, the strut, which I believe should be pretty easy, you know. So I'm gonna get into that now. I'm gonna set you guys up on the tripod and we'll get into it. So as you saw, I took the wheel off and I already started taking the strut off, but obviously there's always something in the way. The wheels have lock, what are they called? Wheel locks, right? It looks like this. I don't know if you guys can see it. This is usually pretty good at focusing, but it's basically a weird lug nut with a lock on it. So I removed the rest and I didn't even pay attention to it when I removed the cover. But when it was my turn to take it off, I was like, oh man, there's always something. Always something. So I started panicking. And I was gonna like text the dude that I got the car from. And then I started, I opened the glove box, the center console, all the little covers. I checked the door panels. Then I opened the trunk. And unfortunately, we backed the car up so far, the trunk only opens, a little bit. I don't know if it's still open, it's closed now. But the trunk only opened up to here. So like I had to jam my head in there and lift up the cover and look for everything, and I saw the wheel bar, you put the lug nut in and you turn it. I should probably know what that's called, but that was here. A super mint spare wheels in the middle, but then there was like the jack was there, but there was pieces missing, like the two arms that you twist to use the scissor arm. So then I went around the other side and I folded the cover. I didn't see it at first. I folded the cover twice, and then there was another one of those wheel locks, and there was this. And there it is. This is the lock. It saved my life. Also, these things are like 21s or 22s. I thought they would be 19s, but this is a big car, so they're 21s. I am using a 22. It's working, so I'm assuming it's a 22. Anyways, so we got that off. The strut looked pretty easy. It's pretty dark under there, but I don't know if you guys can see. Yeah, you guys can see. There's only one bolt right here. I removed it, came out perfectly fine. Then I come up here, it's pretty simple, like any other car, Hondas. They're just, holding the strut up here. Except that now, this doesn't come down at all. It's pretty dark in here, but this is like, it extended all the way up. Then I went online and I saw that these expand, and you need a spring compressor to compress the spring so that way it gets small enough, and then you have to remove the A arm to like wiggle that out. So guess what we don't have? A spring compressor. Guess what we're gonna have to go buy? A spring compressor. So, as you guys just saw, I was finally able to get the front struts off of this car. Hint and advice, don't always go off of the first article you read. I went to a local tool store, picked up some strut compressors, and didn't really need them. Yep. Kind of a waste of time, but it is what it is. So I didn't really need them. I used it on this one and didn't really do nothing because I guess you have to put both on. Regardless, it didn't need them. Over here, the whole strut's out. No strut compressor. Obviously, I didn't need it. So, you know, you live and you learn. This will make, you know, this is what's cool though. This is, you know, a car I've never worked on, getting into a whole new chassis and learning all about it, a whole new manufacturer. So it's pretty cool. I'm learning as I go and I'm enjoying it. You know, kind of like the first time you work on a car ever, you just do more than you're supposed to. You know, it's supposed to be a lot simpler. So this is out. On the other side, I after I took everything apart, you guys saw me put the A arm back up because it was stretching the brake line here. So I'm gonna do that on the other side. See this? How bad this is stretched? It's actually kind of dry rotted too, so maybe some stainless steel lines, I don't know. This car for 250,000 miles, this car's in a lot better condition than the other one. The other one's like rotted, like the fender's rotted all the way out. It's pretty bad. So pretty happy with my decision. There seems to be like it's somewhat of a leak on the rack. You guys can't really tell because of the lighting, but somewhere deep in there, there's a bunch of oil around the steering rack. There's also more oil around the engine pan, oil pan, sorry, on the engine. So there's a lot of oil underneath. So whenever we get to the maintenance aspect of this, those are obviously things we take care of. up, guys? So, finally got the suspension out. Remember? See that? That's a AutoZone spring compressor. But I bought one and I was like, oh, I don't need it in the front. So I don't need it at all. I returned it yesterday. Turns out I need it. So I had to go rent one yesterday. So this video is over the past 3 days, and it doesn't really take that long. It was just, you know, taking my time and everything, and also learning a whole new platform. So initially I was going to go to the other garage and, you know, take parts off of this one, put on that one, which I did do and I recorded it, but I'm not gonna make it part of this video because it's kind of relevant, because now I have to go put the stock rears on the other car, and I already took all the other suspension off the other car, but I didn't record it. So basically it's pretty easy. I mean, the other car a million times easier, especially knowing the front quick. The rear even easier, because since it's a coilover, it doesn't expand once you remove it off the car. So, you know, the car was lower, so it just slid right out. So put in this car is going to be much easier whenever I do the suspension and wheels. However, I just went through it right now to put take out these stock struts. Yesterday on this side, I removed this brake line because the strut was hitting this brake line. I was jumping on this, as you guys just saw. It was just a mess. The spring compressor, it helped. This side was a lot easier than the other side. I've been here for like 2 hours already, but I'm done. And this is the end of the video. So probably gonna redo the intro because I changed everything I said I was gonna do. Or maybe I won't. I guess we'll find out. You'll find out by the time I post this video. So, so yeah, the suspension's all out. The new suspension's right here. Well, the suspension from the other car, they're just basic teens. They're not as rusted as I said they were in the last video. So luckily we're done with this. So next we're going to do, I'm gonna order some wheels. I'm really like on the fence with some wheels because they're the size I want, but the offset's too high. Stock, these wheels are I think 50. There you go, 16x7 plus 50. The wheels I found are a bigger diameter and width, but they're plus 46. So I kind of want like that perfect fitment, you know, like right on the tires, like sticking a little bit off the quarter panel. So I'm gonna like do a little bit more research. I've, you know, been on the Club Lexus forums and I've seen a couple fitments with the specs that I'm looking for, and they're pretty close. So I just gotta look at a little bit longer, and then on the next video of this car, we're going to do suspension and wheels installation. So that's pretty cool. Right now I have a mess, all the bolts and everything I took off, but I plan on putting every bolt back without missing one. But overall, a whole new platform, working on it for the first time, is exactly as you expect. You know, it's not gonna be your muscle memory of doing the same thing for the last like 7 years in and out, you know. It's a little different than Honda's for sure, but same thing. It's just removing struts. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you guys clicked on this video for a how-to, I'm gonna post the link to the Club Lexus forum that I followed in the description down below, so you guys can follow it along. You guys can see what I did. But yeah, if you guys want a how-to, when, you know, comment down below, and we'll actually put it on the next, we'll make a separate video, and when I'm installing them, I'll kind of go reverse and show you guys how to do it. So, or actually I kind of reassembled everything, so I can just show you guys as I'm doing it. So comment down below what your thoughts on this, any insight, any like clues for or any tips for the next time, and like the video if you liked it. I'm really bad at this. Like the video if you liked it, and subscribe down below. Follow us on Instagram. See you guys next week on the next video.